Welcome to my little corner of the internet, where we celebrate creativity and growth. Hello, YouTube friends. Join us as we unravel the mysteries surrounding Clash of Wings. Clash of Wings is a 15-episode documentary television series which originally aired in 1998 on the Discovery Channel. The hour-long episodes were some of the initial shows of Discovery Network's 1999 launch of the Discovery Wings and later the 2005 launch of the Military Channel. Based on the Clash of Wings 1994 reference book by air historian Walter J. Boyne, the programs were produced in 1998 and aired the next year, appearing as some of the initial original content in the launch of the new Discovery Wings cable channel before its name change in 2005 to the Military Channel. The programs were hosted and partially narrated and written by Boyne, also credited as associate producer together with director-producer John Honey, and presented by executive producer Phillip Osborn. The effort adapted his encyclopedic work of the same name. Like many World War I documentaries involving aircraft, the displayed content uses many scenes from gun camera footage and other military films now in the public domain. The series also interspersed color film of surviving combat aircraft types from multiple camera angles and in a variety of operations modes. Unlike many documentaries about the era, the series makes no effort to present on-camera interviews, instead focusing on an overarching narrative appropriate to that episode's specific title. Boyne is not the sole narrator, but uses multiple narrators to describe details while Boyne ties the segments together as host. With the foundation laid, let's embark on a journey into series scope. The first air attack of World War I officially commenced at 4:34 hours on September 1, 1939, when three Luftwaffe Ju-87 Stukas attacked railway bridges in Poland. The air war effectively ended at 10:58 hours on August 9, 1945, when a solitary B-29 Superfortress over the Japanese city of Nagasaki dropped the second atomic bomb. The Stukas carried 250 bombs. The bomb dropped by the B-29 was equivalent to 23,000 tons of TNT and couldn't have been lifted by any plane besides the Bs. Based on the international best-selling book by Walter Boyne, director of the Smithsonian's Air and Space Museum, the Clash of Wings series covers the air war in every theater from 1939 to 1945. In this section, we'll be shedding light on list of episodes and its impact on our understanding of the subject. The series ran one season, with frequent repeats at other times. It currently airs from time to time on the Military Channel. Turning our focus to the bluff is called, let's explore its key elements. Blitzkrieg, World War I is declared and Hitler's Luftwaffe employs revolutionary new aircraft and tactics in the Blitzkrieg attacks on Poland and Scandinavia that preceded the German ground invasions. Aircraft featured Junkers Ju-erb, Hawker Hurricane, the Supermarine Spitfire, Messerschmitt 109, Messerschmitt 110, Heinkel He-111, Junkers Ju-52 and Dornier Du-17. With the groundwork laid, let's now examine the plunge into reality and its connections to our previous discussions. The battles of France and Britain, new fighting techniques using newly developed aircraft were unleashed over Britain and France by both the Allies and the Axis and would provide a glimpse at the speed and efficiency of what was to come throughout the rest of World War II. Aircraft featured Hawker Hurricane, Supermarine Spitfire, Messerschmitt 109, Messerschmitt 110, Junkers Ju-88, Heinkel He-111, Dornier Du-17, Dornier Du-217, Junkers Ju-87, Bristol Blenheim, Ferry Battle and Junkers Ju-52. As we progress, let's shine a spotlight on Hitler's biggest gamble and examine its intricate interplay within our topic. The Russian front, Operation Barbarossa, and Germany's failure to bring a quick resolution to that particular campaign was arguably the turning point of the war in Europe. Aircraft featured Polakov I-153, Tupolev SB-2, DIL-2, PE-2, Earth, Ju 88, Ju 87, Ju May 5th, 2025, Yak 9, Po 2 and P39 Aerocabra. With our foundation established, it's time to explore Wings of the Rising Sun and its relevance to our overarching theme. The Pacific War. The air war in the Pacific is launched, commencing with a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. This campaign saw the involvement of carrier-based aerial warfare, with great battles raging between the aircraft carriers of Japan and the United States. Aircraft featured Mitsubishi OM-0, Betty and Type 96 bomber, H.E. Duval, Douglas SBD Dauntless, B-25 Mitchell, P-40, Wildcat, Hellcat, Fu Corsair and PBY Catalina. Get ready for a captivating exploration as we unravel the layers of the African tutorial and their profound significance. The Mediterranean theatre. Britain faced Germany and its Italian allies in the battle for supremacy over the Mediterranean and northern Africa. American airmen later joined the British in their struggle for Europe. Aircraft featured P.I. Falco, Freccia, Fiat, Folger, Hurricane, Wellington, Swordfish, Ju-87 Stuka, F-109, P-38 Lightning, P-39 Aerocabra and B-25 Mitchell. Get ready for a captivating exploration as we unravel the layers of Germany's third and last chance and their profound significance. Battle of the Atlantic. The year-long Battle of the Atlantic very nearly brought Britain to her knees and proved to be one of the most crucial extended campaigns of the war. This is the first of two programs detailing this desperate maritime war. Deadly weapons and auxiliary systems, including RDF and his maritime search radar, were developed to combat the German U-boat menace. Aircraft featured Ferry Swordfish, Focke-Wulf Condor, Short Sunderland, Lockheed Hudson, Consolidated PBY Catalina, Consolidated B-24 Liberator, Heinkel He-111 and Dornier Du-217. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore the biggest battleground through a fresh lens, unlocking new perspectives. The war in the Pacific Islands. The Pacific War with Japan reached a crucial turning point with the battles of Guadalcanal and New Guinea. Japanese expansion in the Pacific region was halted for the first time and the tide slowly began to turn. Aircraft featured Hellcat, Wildcat, Corsair, Zero, Betty, Duval, P-40, Dauntless, Avenger, P-38, B-17 and C-47 Skitrain Dakota. Now, it's time to shift gears and explore the cost of incompetence. The Allied dominance in the Pacific. America and the Allied forces set their sights on the home islands of Japan and in doing so liberated much of the Japanese-held Pacific. Japan, however, struck back with a terrifying new weapon, the kamikaze attack. Aircraft featured Hellcat, B-17, B-24, B-25, P-38, P-47, C-47, F-4 Reporter, P-39, P-40, Corsair, Helderber, Zero, Avenger and B-29. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore round-the-clock bombing from a different angle. The Allied bombing campaign of Germany. After Britain's somewhat faltered start to the bombing campaign of Germany in 1940 and the entry of the United States into the war, the Allies quickly developed precision area bombing into a highly effective assault with incredibly devastating results. Aircraft featured B-17, Wellington, Hampton, Whitley, Stirling, Halifax, Lancaster, F-109, F-190 and F-110. Brace yourselves for the next chapter, where we'll be dissecting a superiority lost and won. Allied might versus German technology. The combined day and night bombing of German cities was chiefly responsible for turning the tide of the air war against Germany. Germany's response was a case of too little too late, with the development of a highly sophisticated night fighter force and the introduction of jet and rocket-powered fighters. Aircraft featured P-38 Lightning, Mosquito, He-219L, Lancaster, He-51 Mustang, F-110, Typhoon, Me-262, Ardo R-234 and Me-163. As we embark on the next leg of our journey, let's unpack the layers of true air power and examine its core elements. firebombing of Japan and the atomic bomb. In 1944, the major cities of Japan were targeted in a firebombing campaign that would climax with the dropping of the atomic bomb and days later, the surrender of the Japanese. Aircraft featured B-26 Marauder, B-29 Super Fortress and P-51 Mustang. In this part of the video, we'll be delving deeper into the fighters and analyzing its key components. The evolution of the fighter in World War II. The World War I period saw the development of the fighter aircraft from the biplane through to the introduction of the first jet fighter aircraft. Aircraft featured in this volume include the Mustang, Spitfire, Hurricane, F-109, F-110, P-40, P-38 and OM-0. Let's transition to the bombers and uncover its significance. The evolution of the bomber in World War II. Never before had the bomber been needed and used so effectively than in World War II. Its necessity brought forward its evolution from simple twin-engine medium bombers through to the four-engine radar-equipped super bombers like the B-29 Super Fortress and Lancaster. Aircraft featured in this volume include the Lancaster, Mosquito, Wellington, B-17, B-24, B-25, B-26, E-111, Do-17, Ju-88, Val, Hate and Betty. As we progress through this video, let's now turn our gaze towards Return to the Pacific. Focuses on the role of air support in the Allied rollback and advances against the multiple-layered Japanese defenses in the Pacific Oceans. Surveys the Pacific War in the Central and Southwest Pacific Ocean theaters, with brief mentions of land combat and major focus on air contributions to reducing Imperial Japanese control of land and sea. Get ready for an exciting exploration as we unravel the mysteries of battle over the sea. Surveys air power as it impacted the desperate Battle of the Atlantic against the World War I U-boat threat and the war in the Pacific theaters. Land-based bombers include Lancaster and B-24 long-range bomber patrols, development and deployment of airborne radar systems and radio direction finding electronic warfare developments, and the advent of the escort carrier. Share this video with your friends and spread the knowledge.